What's up, everybody? Back once again to come at you with a little bit of my thoughts about this NFL draft. More particularly for at number one, the Carolina Panthers select. Um, I was like, obviously, I was like, I feel like by now we all feel like they're going to go for Bryce Young. It's not really anything that I feel like it's a secret at this moment. We all sort of sense it. We all sort of get it. Um, Well, I think there will be a shock. Nah. Um, I, I mean, I feel like the real shock I can see maybe would be Levitt's more than probably other people pick up. Maybe the shocker being Richardson. But I was like, but I feel like Young and Levitt fit more their preference as far as than Stroud or uh, Richardson. Um, I mean, you got to take into account like not just the staff, McCown, Caldwell, and Wright, but also the team itself, um, and also where we stay, and also Tepper and himself. And I sent another video down about these dynamics, and I think I think if it's up to the staff itself, I think it would probably be Stroud, or I think it would be Richardson. I can also see Levis, but I think it'd be Stroud. I think it'd be mainly Stroud, because he's already like sound and he's tall and all this other stuff at the quarterback. But I also was thinking about Richardson as well, just because they got so many quarterbacks and quarterback whisperers and whatever, all the stuff you want to give it to. That I'm like, oh, okay, cool. You do Richardson almost like how not saying he's going to be, but like Patrick Mahomes. Cool. We just clean up a couple of these things right here, tink, 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 tinker and whatnot. That we got somebody on our hands that's really dynamic, because he's. Uh, I was like he could throw with the flick of the wrist. But I'm like, yeah, it's Bryce Young, but I feel like. I mean, I was like, one, you got all those quarterbacks there, and you got that staff, so that does help. Um, the line isn't great, and I don't think that he's fast or shifty enough like that to maybe not necessarily get away in these situations in the NFL as frequently. Um, Now, of course, anybody can, I can be proven wrong or whatever, but it's not like Kyler Murray, how he's small but fast and shifty. Would I say more shifty and agile than fast? When I think of fast, I think more like Lamar or now RG3 was and stuff like that. Um, but Bryce Young, I feel like is sexy. He's exciting, and I feel like Carolina. I feel Tepper is like, if I'm not going to get into the playoffs, which he's been trying to do, that I'm gonna have somebody going to make me sell these tickets. And, and I think Stroud will be able to sell the tickets, but he just not as a hot name. Richardson and Levis don't have any of the backing, so it would take too much of them proving who they are, and unless they come out the gate with some highlights, that's something that's going to take a long time. Um, like how I think of like Josh Allen, like it took a minute for Josh Allen to be not necessarily like when I'm talking about quarterback. I'm talking about somebody that's like, oh man, you see what he doing out here, that kind of thing. Um, I was like, if it was me, I think I'd probably take Richardson, number one. Uh, I think his upside is so high that I'd rather go for that. I think Stroud is really more consistent, and I think in this division I don't have anybody. Like there's Derek Carr, but we'll see how long that's going to last with a couple of years um, to get the Saints. Because like if it don't happen soon, the Saints gonna have to blow it up. They're just gonna have to. Um, Desmond Ritter, uh, there's still not really enough there known to see what's going to happen there. And I also wouldn't be shocked if a quarterback fell that they wouldn't take one. Um, and then you have man, what's the other team is escaping me right now? Saints, Falcons, Panthers. Uh, man, I was like, might tell me how sorry you are that I'm forgetting. But anyway, as I say that, I'm taking it. They ain't got a quarterback. I'm over here being dumb as I can not believe right now. But so anyway, since we're talking about the Panthers, I'm gonna get back on track on that. Um, yeah, no, I was like, I feel like that. I feel like it's gonna be Bryce Young, and I feel like, um, I was like, he had a chance to be special, but I think even though Stroud will be the most consistent, I think he has a high floor, not necessarily a high ceiling, and I think you have to have a really great team by from Stroud. But I feel like with Young, that you still gonna need great players. I mean, obviously you're gonna need great players if you want to be a great team. But I mean, like he could be great himself. It's just I like I guess it just I guess it just makes more sense of why he's the pick versus the other three, because I really feel like it's not just necessarily like, oh, he's the best quarterback, but I feel like for the Panthers itself and the owner that this is more glamour pick. He just so happens to also be like the top quarterback at the same time. Um, but I'm not really saying anything special. It's like, I was like, we're already pretty much here. So it's not something like, oh, it's a wild take or this is like something that's really crazy or nothing like that. But if it is willlevis, you heard it first. That's all I'm saying. Um, but no, not necessarily none of my choices, but heard it first. Shh. Anyway, if you like any of this jumblation of words I happen to say, hey, I thank you and appreciate it. And if you didn't, hey, maybe there's next time. But until then, peace. I'm out.